100% that bitch. Even when I'm crying crazy, yeah, I got boy problems, that's the human in me. Bling bling, then I solve them, that's the goddess in me. You could've had a bad bitch, not committal. Help you with your career, just a little. You're supposed to hold me down, but you're holding me back, and that's the sound of me not calling you back. Why men gray till they gotta be gray? Don't text me, tell it straight to my face. Best friend set me down in the salon chair. Shampoo press, get you out of my hair. Fresh photos with the bomb lighting. New man on the Minnesota Vikings. True hurts needed something more exciting. Bum bum dum dum bum. You tried to break my heart, oh that breaks my heart. That you thought you ever had it, no you ain't from the start. Hey, I'm glad you're back with your bitch. I mean, who would wanna hide this? I will never, ever, 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 ever be your side chick. I put the singing single, ain't worried about a ring on my finger. So you can tell your friend, shoot your shot when you see him. It's okay, he already in my DM. Why men gray till they gotta be gray? Don't text me, tell it straight to my face. Best friend set me down in the salon chair. Shampoo press, get you out of my hair. Fresh photos with the bomb lighting. New man on the Minnesota Vikings. True hurts needed something more exciting. Bum bum dum dum bum bum. I'ma hit you back in a minute. I don't play tag, bitch, I've been it. We don't fuck with lies, we don't do goodbyes. We just keep it pushing like aye, aye, aye. I'ma hit you back in a minute. I don't play tag, bitch, I've been it. We don't fuck with lies, we don't do goodbyes. We just keep it pushing like aye, aye, aye. Why men gray till they gotta be gray? Don't text me, tell it straight to my face. Best friend set me down in the salon chair. Shampoo press, get you out of my hair. Fresh photos with the bomb lighting. New man on the Minnesota Vikings. True hurts needed something more exciting. Bum bum dum dum bum
I just think they were.
Wardrobe! Wardrobe!
Oh, my wig!
Okay, tricky game. Every time Matt loses his headpiece, take a shot! Oh.
Hi, girls. You guys get to see this, you know.
We really wanted to make sure that we gave feedback, but mostly we want to hear the good stuff, right?
So, Aurora, I love the face. I really do. Ooh, curl my hair.
Take a shot!
I love the face. I really do. I think it's hard to work with colors that are not foundations. You can end up looking a little patchy, but you made it work around your face. And it looks better than any face I've seen you do before. And I think that's what really stood out to me. As far as your outfit, it's a bit simple in the fact that it looks like it's just plastic sheets pinned together. I wish there was more of plastic sheets around your veil. I wish it was kind of wider and more grand. Maybe even sort of ruffling. I know it's really hard to do and it's really weird to do with the plastic table liner, but maybe ruffling the plastic, it would have looked so much. Woo!
Take a shot! You know what? I really enjoyed this look. The reason that it was safe, though, for me was that it didn't say goddess. It said nature spirit. It definitely said priestess of the wood. A woody
priestess of the wood.
A priestess of the... Boing. I actually did not even realize that this was a plastic material. So I actually like the way that you made it look like this was all fabric and, you know, one giant costume made from scratch. The face color could have, you know, she could have added some more color in that to kind of break up the green. And I think that we could have at least zoomed right into your face. So maybe consider using some other color or complementary colors to the green that you used to really shift up what you were creating.
One tip for also doing the runway, please do not just do one pose. Even if it doesn't look good, the other pose, just give something else. Otherwise we get 20 seconds of you doing this.
Well, not only that, but you know, trust Matt and his judgment in putting the episode together. he's going to put whatever he thinks looks the best for you on there. First of all, submit the best of your best, and Matt will choose the best of the best of the best to feature you. So do yourself the favor and give him stuff to work with.
I also feel like I was waiting for a reveal the entire time. Like, you were standing there and I was like, oh, she's gonna do it any second, she's gonna do it any second, and I never got the reveal.
Aurora, I'll start with what I did like. I really liked your makeup this week, and I like that you went with a more out-of-the-box approach to this. However, I don't think it was well executed. Your shape kind of got lost in that paper dress, and I wish you had more dynamic poses, because it was like a lot of this, like, and then you went back, and then you came back again, and you went. So I just wish you had a bit more dynamic poses to show off who your goddess is.
For Katrina, I had gorgeous face. I love that you wore contacts. Contacts are a bitch. Ooh.
Take a shot!
Contacts are a bitch, and I can't see without my glasses, and I don't think you have that same issue because you don't wear glasses in your confessionals, but it sucks ass. But it looks amazing, and it looked amazing on you. Whew. I also kind of wish there was more fabric at the back. I saw you had like a nice layer sash, and I kind of wish there was more to it because it felt like there was scrap fabric, which it might have been. No hate against scrap fabric, but I don't want it to look like scrap. I saw your corset, and I saw the buttons of your corset or the lining of your corset underneath your nude illusion. And a good way to fix that is saran wrap.
Okay, I was wondering about this myself, so I'm glad you mentioned that because I was thinking, oh, what could she have used, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Saran wrap, it's good for removing the lining between your corset and your hip pads. Honestly, I don't do it because it's kind of uncomfortable, but especially if you're gonna submit this to be judged, it's worth the extra step. Whew! Yeah, it's honestly a great trick to just remove the buttons, the zipper. You know, if you're working with a thicker material, you don't really need to do that.
And I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, remember we used to saran wrap.
We used to saran wrap Matt because there were some buttons and zippers creating bulges.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and this was also before you had pads. Even if what you're doing, like right here, is showing body, yaddy, yeah, that'll help keep the illusion in. For me, I got Temple Priestess.
You got the witch. Oh.
Take a shot.
You got the witch from Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad. So Enchantress, this for me said Enchantress. I don't know if that was something you were kind of leaning towards, but that's definitely what came up on my antenna.
Okay, I don't think that's a bad visual reference to him either.
I love Enchantress.
But the halo thing for Goddess is pretty, like, found everywhere.
Yeah, but for me with the material and the titties and the body, that's an Enchantress to me. This look didn't read Goddess enough because Enchantress had a very powerful feel, a stance.
Her eyes were edited.
Right. Lots of special effects that maybe you could have added in here with makeup to kind of allude to that character more or to a more powerful character. The look was amazing, your body is amazing, and again, what my notes said was that I wish that the crown was attached or the halo was attached. So that walking this wouldn't help, but you could go ahead and attach that halo to the wall and stand in front of it for your pictures and posing.
One note for Katrina is I noticed in your lip sync for the Tipathon, your face is really solid. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I don't know, I like a good, strong face. But what tends to happen when a queen gets caught in the mirror, and I can see this when you're lip syncing in the mirror, is you're so infatuated, and some queens have the tendency to like pucker their lips like this. Like if it makes them look good, really it just freezes up this cheek area and you look like you have a stoned face. Not in a good way. Don't be afraid to relax when you're in drag. You know, not every angle needs to look amazing. That comes with time. Just don't get caught in like every second, you know?
Well, see, I'm not going to say anything because I do that, but it's really just because like I make a lot of stupid faces.
Katrina, I can tell you were going for a goddess look, which is good. The construction of this outfit was a little bit subpar though. There were a lot of lines from your tights showing, and your tulle looks like it was super glued down here. I think with a little bit more attention to detail, this look could have been a standout this week, but unfortunately, the execution just wasn't there.
So, Chrysanthemum, I had that wig. That wig went down to your ankles. Your ankles. It was... I don't know how much that cost, but that was a good investment. First of all, I didn't necessarily care for the broken hearts on your face. I kind of thought it distracted from you. It was kind of like, what's
I
on your
had
face?
to look in and just see what was going on with that design, because from a distance, and we have photos,
Yeah,
which,
we have all of you printed out.
I hope you know, we are looking at your photos, and I like this look. But yeah, I had to look into your cheeks and see what was going on, and zoom in and see what I could see, and I'm like, oh, she made a heart design to match the ones on her titty. Well, no offense, because I actually really like your look, but I called this hippy dippy broken titty. Hippy dippy broken titty.
I thought the hearts were a bit last minute. And I only say this because there was no variation. There was only 2 of the tits, a band.
Well, how many tits did you think she had? She only had 2 titties.
I kind of wish it was the trim of the outfit, of the skirt. You had a great base garment. I just wish you accessorized.
I get the simple part of it, because I think sometimes as you know, people who fabricate or create
You always
drag
add,
queens, you
add,
always
add.
add a bunch of crap. Like, I'm a big fan of adding a bunch of crap.
Really?
Well, because I've added a bunch of crap. But I will say that, yeah, Regina George, when she cuts out the nipples.
Oh my
of the
god, if
shirt,
you'd actually done that, that
Is
would have
that-
been amazing.
not that you didn't already say goddess, but that would be like, oh, teen queen, goddess, you know.
Like, I'm here to slay goddess of the high school. Yeah.
These minor
That would have been a good
nuances.
spin. Oh, I also nitpick. I wish there was knee pad. Oh, girl.
Take a shot.
I would have liked to have seen the hearts as.
Take a shot. You're trying to give them liver disease
Oh my god.
because of all the shots.
But I would have loved to have seen the hearts as knee pads. I feel like that would have sort of drawn it into the lower half as.
The suggestion of that.
You don't like that?
Quite scandalous.
Oh
I
my
love
gosh.
it. I love it.
No, I feel like
Scandalo.
I feel like it would have brought the heart concept throughout your entire outfit. That's
It also
what
would
I'm
have taken this into a different direction, which I think my dirty mind would have been like,
I wouldn't have
I
thought
love
about
that.
I wouldn't have thought about that.
Well, I think about that. It just needed to spark more of divinity. I love the length of your hair. It's worth saying again. I was getting really hippy dippy broken titty. Is all I can say about this. I got, you know, like maybe you were a sprite that had broken her heart.
A
Like
sprite
that's
is
the
a
story
good-
that I got from this. And again, it wasn't to say that this wasn't divine. It wasn't to say that this wasn't beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. It's just, it really came down to hairline differences between what you all submitted, because sometimes it was like, oh, does this read more goddess than that? And how can we fairly judge this over that? So you kind of got to work with us here, because it was hard.
Chris, my favorite part of this look were those shoes and that long flowing black hair. I thought your dress was cute, but the outfit as a whole was a little bit plain. Some rose gold flourishes throughout the outfit would have been nice to like match your shoes. But overall, the outfit was a little bit plain this week.
Spjork. Now, gorgeous look, gorgeous hair, gorgeous makeup. You know how to beat your face and twirl the hair. I love it. But the outfit didn't read goddess enough. Not that you necessarily have to have drapes and have to have all of this. No, it's just, it didn't read ethereal. It read royalty to me. That's what it was. Like you were the matron of the house, or like you ran the garden, but it wasn't like, I am another being, I can control the Wawa and plants, you know?
I totally got what you just said. Almost what you said to me kind of read as like telenovela wife.
Yeah.
Like,
Real Housewives.
That's actually, yeah, that was a note that we were talking about, was that this reminded me of a wife on Real Housewives. The level of glam that you are serving here, wow. Everybody can take a note here, because it was Stepford perfect was what I wrote down. Flawless, statuesque. You have the whole damn package. The only difference for me was that it didn't read as divine. It didn't read
have that touch.
as goddess. I get where the dress could read
the
as goddess.
draping
Or,
and the folds.
yeah, I totally get that. I see it. Don't get me wrong. It's not like I don't see that. Compared to your competitors, was it goddess? And you have to ask yourself that in all honesty, right? But can I say that, oh my gosh, perfection. Yeah, totally. It was perfection. perfection. And I wanted this to win so bad in my own head, but when you do the math and add it all up, it just didn't add up.
Literally.
Yeah.
When you did the math.
Yeah, hairline.
And you're working with 3 different people's opinions here. We didn't agree for most of them.
No, we didn't.
It's just how passionately the judges feel about us.
Right. Well, and then we argue with each other. Well, what if this doesn't stick to the challenge? If it doesn't speak to it? Well, how can you compare this
where does
person
interpretation
against that
come
person?
in? Like, yeah.
Bjork, I think you look marvelous this week. I loved the stoned bodysuit and how it frames your figure. Your hair and makeup this week is on point. It's a tiny bit pedestrian, the outfit as a whole. I wish you had a bit more of like an otherworldly, ethereal element to this look to really sell it as like a goddess look. But overall, I think you look gorgeous this week.
Virgo.
Is she?
Girl, I don't know. Anyways, immediate thought was smart choice for choosing that blue. It reminds me I know you didn't agree with me. It reminds me immediately of the Virgin Mary.
I didn't disagree.
But you weren't like, yes, that was smart.
I didn't think it was traditionally that color of blue is thought to be a connection even originally to the sky, which is another interpretation of God, or a connection to the heavens. I thought that was interesting. Do I think that it was, it made a case for or against you? No.
I also have written, I love the mug, but I wish it continued into the rest of the body, a little more obvious. You had some like red titties, red glow around your titties, which I love a red glow around the titties. I kind of wish you had that sketchy skeletal look throughout the rest of the body.
That would have been good. I didn't even think about that, because when I looked at the shading of the breast, I thought that the placement could have been a little bit better placed so that we could see a definite like breast or bust, whereas it was a little bit out of place.
Yeah. It wasn't, that skull aspect wasn't translated enough into the body for me.
It's just a difference of practice, I think, of like shading in the breast area.
Working with your natural shadows.
Right, and I understand that you're trying to get a cohesive look between your face and what you're painting
Which is hard.
Which is hard to do.
But I think that sketching, that liner she had all over her face was an easier way to sort of translate the concept off of the body.
And you mentioned her wig before.
I loved her wig.
I had said that I loved the wig. I just wish that it was bigger. It was a little bit frizzy and whatnot, and maybe you tried to tame that down, and I kind of wanted it to go the opposite way. I wanted this wig to be huge, and because the way you were standing was very statuesque, it was very Grecian, and I think that having a huge silhouette on top kind of would have helped balance out everything. Although I love the paint, and now if any of you get the chance, look in on this paint. You spent a lot of time on this paint, and it is gorgeous. The only issue I have though is that because of the color choices and because all the details are so fine, it makes your face do this and it scrunches you up a bit. They're so small, we can't appreciate.
And that was also another note in the runway. I don't think you came close enough to act. I want you like next to the camera. I want you like, I am goddess.
Virgo, I think you look beautiful. My favorite part of this look is your makeup and hair. The lights in the dress were a cool idea, but from the waist down, it gets a bit messy and lost. I wish you had some gold pieces on throughout the outfit to really match your crown. But overall, I do think you look beautiful this week. I really loved your makeup.
Antichrist. So what I had down was your palm. Okay, if I had white on my hands, this would be covered in white. My book would be covered in white. This would be covered. It's a bitch to touch anything when you painted your palms. That's the point I'm trying to get across. But I appreciate.
Which is why he has people do it for him.
And which is why I wear gloves, because that's too much. It's really hard to get an even paint, an even color when you're not working with foundation. And I think it read really well here. It read really well. Okay.
Take a shot. No, for me, I love this one. I love this. You mentioned the headpiece, I think. You loved the horns, I think it was.
I loved the claws and the horns, yes.
I loved particularly the claws. I love the horns too, but can I divulge this? That I think that might be foil, but the fact that I can't really tell
is good.
Speaks to your art. because it's so well done, and I love this. I love what you did there. I kind of nicknamed this Devil Woman with a Stick. I love how tribal this is. This makes
goddess?
me feel well, I mean, I'm sure that of course tribes have their gods and goddesses, but does this say a goddess, or does this say the shaman or the witch doctor that worships the god or goddess? And unfortunately, that's kind of what it came to. The staff that you carry, I don't know of many depictions of gods or goddesses that I've seen where it's very tribal, very raw looking. It's always a lot more refined. So I don't know if you're supposed to be kind of an ancient, demon.
She said the wife of Hades.
And I played Diablo. I don't know if anybody else here played Diablo.
Well, that reminded me of Diablo too, yeah.
But those little shaman guys that go around and they're like, with a stick, reminded me of that, so I kind of loved it already because I love that character. But that being said, it kind of made it even more difficult to see this as a goddess. But your execution, I've got to say, of this is well done. Now, I got to say, you really liked the full covered flat face.
I love that there wasn't a lot of dimension in your face. I thought it was a fresh take on like a dimension of colors,
No, I get what you mean.
Yeah.
You enjoyed the fact that this was a flat color and you did it well. You made that coverage perfect.
I mean, you have the structure there enough, and the lighting accentuates that. Mm-hmm. So I thought it was a smart choice. Mm-hmm. I don't say it's a good choice for everything, especially when you're not doing one colored faces. It worked for me here. It worked really well.
I kind of wanted a little bit more structure to your face, so I did want some shadowing.
You know what? I do have to say, it's really hard to do that with red.
You took this challenge in a completely different direction than everybody else, and I loved it. It was hard. I'm sorry.
Antichrist. I thought your makeup was very cool this week. I thought it was very goddess-like, evil devil goddess, if you will. I thought lighting your prop on fire was pretty cool. I do wish both of your hands had claws. I know you were holding the prop with one of your hands, but I thought that was a little detail that would have helped. And I think the hairspray might have overdone it a little bit. It kind of took me out of the immersion, like, oh, this goddess has some hairspray now, and also, that's dangerous, girl. You could have really set your house on fire. So I thought the fire by itself would have been enough.
Next girl, Alana.
I got a lot of problems, but you won't be one.
Same with Calypso. I like the monochromatic choice, but I was kind of lost in your makeup. I don't know why there was pink there. I think you're wearing contacts too, so bravo for that. Unless your eyes are just really that dark and you're just evil. But I don't know. I don't get Goddess very much at all. Like, at all. I could kind of get Fairy, I could kind of get Sprite or 7-Up, but I can't get it. And I don't know what could have brought it over the edge. I think maybe the idea of a tutu doesn't give me Goddess.
Look, the closest that I could get to Goddess was maybe Xanadu and the skating.
Yeah.
But for me, that was a stretch to justify to myself. And I have to say, what I love about this are your amazing legs, the tutu itself, the facial expression that you have, your pose is gorgeous there.
Oh, it's amazing to watch you move. Like in the lip syncs, it's just it's satisfying.
This look would be worthy of a lot of different challenges because it is a little bit generic.
That's a good way to describe it.
It's not to say that this is an amazing look. This is a wonderful look, and did you make this yourself? Because that's even more impressive. But the fact that it can be applied, or this particular outfit and look can be applied to a lot of challenges, and is not married to an idea or concept. That's what it came down to. Gorgeous face, gorgeous makeup. That hair.
Hi, a lot of problems. So first off, I loved your makeup and hair this week. I love a good blended red eyeshadow. As for your outfit, I thought it was a little bit simplistic for a goddess runway. It read more ballerina, like evil pixie ballerina, than it did goddess for me. I wish you had some like ethereal flourishes to really bump this look up.
So, I just want to say again, thank you for submitting these, and we hope that we are being worthy of your time, because we really enjoy this. We enjoy the interaction with you. We enjoy seeing what it is, you know, professionals like you create. So thank you.
I really do want to thank you, because it's a lot to ask for. You guys realize that now. It's so much to do, and you think, oh my god, why did I do this? Why did I get trapped in there? I don't want to drop out. It's a pressure cooker in itself.
But don't lose steam. Really, don't lose steam, because it can be easy to say, oh, well, I'm just going to quit this. Think about the people that you're creating for, not necessarily us, but also the people that are watching you, the people that I hope you're telling, hey, go watch me on the first episode when it comes out.
That's a very good thing to keep in mind. You can think, oh my god, I'm going to ignore this judge. The truth is, it's not about us. You're not here to show us.
No, you're not even here for our judgments necessarily.
No. Staying true to yourself is going to be the best thing that's gonna help you get through the next challenges. And hey, as more girls drop, there's less for you to do. So
we're just giving our 2 cents.
I know you guys didn't think girls would drop, but we've already had 3. So I appreciate your patience in this, because you don't really see the fruits of your labor till, you know, not even halfway. So I really do appreciate
we know from the experience that you're doing this probably all day, getting ready and in Geesh all day long.
Thank you, girls. That's all I can really say. Bye.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, don't say it 'cause I know I'm cute. Oh, baby. Louis down to my drawers, LV all on my shoes. Oh, baby. I be dripping so much sauce, got a bit looking like Grey Goo. Oh, baby. Lit up like a crystal ball, that's cool, baby. So is you, that's how I roll. If I'm shining, everybody gonna shine. Yeah, I'm gold. I was born like this, don't even gotta try. Now you know. I like shot a nigga better over time. Now you know. Just say I'm not the baddest bitch you like. It ain't my fault that I'm out here getting loose. Gotta blame it on the goose. Gotta blame it on my juice, baby. It ain't my fault that I'm out here making news. I'm the put it in the proof. Gotta blame it on my juice. Yeah, 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 yeah. Blame it on my juice. Blame it on my juice. Yeah, 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 yeah. Take your bitch. Shit. If I'm shining, everybody gonna shine. Yeah, I'm gold. I was born like this, don't even gotta try. Now you know. I like shot a nigga better over time. Now you know. Heard you say I'm not the baddest bitch you like. It ain't my fault that I'm out here getting loose. Gotta blame it on the goose. Gotta blame it on my juice, baby. It ain't my fault that I'm out here making news. I'm the put it in the proof. Gotta blame it on my juice. Yeah, 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 yeah. Blame it on my juice. Blame it on my juice. Yeah, 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 yeah. Blame it on my juice. Blame it on my juice. Okay. Somebody come get this man. I think he got lost in my DMs. What? My DMs. What? You better come get your man. I think he wanna be way more.